Hi guys, welcome back. So Scotland get the job done against Samoa very nicely, 34-0. Big bonus point for Scotland, absolutely nothing for Samoa. And before I go on, thank you very much to Cameron for this lovely Scotland shirt behind me. Incredibly kind of you, thank you very much. And good to have it displayed for a Scotland win. That's what they needed to get some confidence back. So what I'm going to do now for match reviews is, rather than go through absolutely play by play, I'm going to mix it up, talk about some key events, tries, etc, and then talk more generally, try and analyse the play a bit more. I think that's the way to go, otherwise these match reviews could get out of control. Anyway, so talking about control, Scotland were controlled. That's what I liked. They didn't rush to play it wide. They did try to sometimes, of course, but essentially they built up. They were happy to maul. They were happy to slow it down. Essentially, this was a great little practice game for them, to be honest. Samoa were really disappointing. We'll come to them in a minute. But yeah, Scotland were much less rushed. They used their big boys a lot better. Scotland player-wise, Bradbury, I think, really makes a difference. They need him in the team. They need big, powerful ball carriers to mix up their going wide play, their very expansive play. So Bradbury is very good there. If they use Gray effectively, use Thompson effectively, they're going to have to do that if they got a chance of beating Japan, which is now really their World Cup final. That's what they're building up for. Also, Ritchie played really well. He's a good link player. He's not as powerful as Watson, but he's a very good out-and-out seven quick link player. Plays off Russell, offloads well, gets around the park well. Hogg looked to have gained some confidence back, some lovely kicking and running. Maitland scored a nice try, looked quite sharp. So yeah, there's some good performances there. It's the confidence they needed before this big showdown against Japan. They kicked sensibly as well, to stop themselves going at 100 miles an hour all the time. So yeah, decent performance all round. They'll be happy. Japan though, still a massive favourites for me, actually, pretty big favourites. Japan played at a much higher level than Scotland did. Scotland did the right thing though. They were trying to get back on the horse, not be crazy, get the job done, which is what they've done. They're going to have to raise it significantly to match or beat Japan. So Japan definitely favourites still, but this is what Scotland needed. The tries. Maitland took a lovely crossfield kick from Russell right on the money. Russell is very good at doing that. Definitely something they're going to look to do. Darcy Graham's good on the other wing. He's absolutely tiny though. Even smaller than Shane Williams. It can be a problem when he gets caught, if you can catch him. Laidlaw's try was interesting. Lovely offload from Russell to Ritchie, then to Laidlaw, and some awful tackling from Samoa. And some awful kicking before that as well. But anyway, Laidlaw gets his try. And 2 penalty tries, rightly so. Silly stuff from Samoa, we'll get to that. And also a huge drop goal from Hogg, absolute monster. He's going to be feeling good about that one. That's a good one for the highlights. And just to note, the humidity again was terrible. It's a bigger factor than I'd considered. It's an absolute nightmare handling in this humidity. It's in some ways a shame that we don't have nice dry conditions for some zippy around handling. On the other hand, you say it's an excellent test for the players. This is what a World Cup's about, to test them to the max, but I don't think these players are going to be rushing back to play in these sorts of conditions. Anyway, really hard to handle in those conditions. Samoa had some good moments because they've got talent, they've got physical talent there, but overall, average is probably a nice way of putting it. No, they were poor. They scored 0 points. First one in this World Cup, made loads of mistakes. Couldn't even get over the line. Towards the end, they looked like they were going to. And considering this was almost like a bit of a World Cup final for them, Scotland were, in a bad place. They were vulnerable and they just didn't fire any shots. Super disappointing. Laboured round the park. Maybe struggled in the humidity even more. Very narrow in defence. In attack sometimes. Positives, well, yeah, some individually, some good stuff. Nano Williams is electric in attack, but 2 crazy yellow cards, ridiculous in at the side at the maul, very obvious, and a crazy knee slide, so just an absolute nightmare for Samoa, to be honest. So, Scotland get it done, they move on. No, the big one is against Japan. How do you see that one going? I'm still saying Japan looking a lot better than Scotland at the moment, but they couldn't have done much more in this game, to be fair. Anyway guys, I will catch you after the next game and see you then.